Today's video is sponsored by Simply Safe. So welcome back everyone, Mike here. It is another chilly evening here in Pennsylvania. It just doesn't seem to want to warm up. Now we had a really nice early spring. It was warm, it was dry, it was sunny every day, almost every day. But the last couple of weeks it's been pretty wet, pretty cold. I'm not sure if that's going to turn around anytime soon or not. But anyway, this evening I have two things on the agenda. Number one, I'm going to saw up this little red pine log right here. It's not a very big one. It's probably only 10 or 11 inches in diameter, but I'll probably get 6 or 7 boards out of it, and you know, that's 6 or 7 boards. And then the second thing I want to do, I want to dig just a little bit more shale out of my borrow pit right there, and I'm just going to pile it up like I did before, and I'll bring the MX5400 down and bucket it up to the building. I think hauling it up in the dump trailer is probably a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. I don't know, it's about the same either way. But I'm almost done up there with hauling that fill up there. And I need a little bit here, a little bit there. So it'll be just as easy to come down with the tractor and I can spot each bucket where I need it. If you saw the last video, you know that Melissa and I got the patio area by the new building there up to grade or real close to it. And I need just a few more buckets of dirt out in front of it and around the cistern tank. So I should be able to take care of all this evening. And I doubt I will have time tonight, but I need to get all this stacked and stickered as well. This will go on top of that pile that I have over there. It's getting up there pretty high, but I'll probably get another, I don't know, 6 or 7 layers on it. Then I'll weight it down, maybe, you know, put some 4x4s across the top instead of a log or two on top of it for weight. But that's a really nice stack of lumber there. It's a mix of oak, cherry, mostly this red pine, but the oak and the cherry's on the bottom. And then some evening later this week, I'm going to put the skidding winch on the tractor, and we're going to go out in the woods and get that big red oak that blew down. It is a beauty. I'll probably get at least 3, maybe 4 10-foot logs out of it, and it's probably, I don't know, 28 inches in diameter and straight as an arrow. It's a really, really nice tree. But anyway, enough chit-chat for now. I'm going to get started sawing this red pine here, and we'll add it to the pile. All right, there you go. We got 6 of them. I think that's what I guessed. 6 nice pine boards here. They're 7 inches wide, 7/8 of an inch thick. All right, I think I'm getting better at getting the most out of each log. What I do, once I get the cant squared up, whichever face has the most bark on it, I flip it around so it's on the bottom, because I can't get, you know, this is probably 1 3/8 inches thick, and I'm sawing those boards at 7/8. I couldn't take another one off of this because I'll hit these. Now, before we move on to the next project, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. This hose right here, this was the most talked about hose on YouTube last week. It was. What happened was, I was sawing a log, and this thing will move around a little bit, and it's a little bit quirky, meaning it's gravity feed, and there's a lot of loops to it. If you don't have it just right, it doesn't feed real well. But anyway, this was hanging down some, and it was brushing against the log, and there was literally 50 comments, maybe more than that, and you know, bringing that to my attention. I knew about it. I don't think I'm going to hurt it. I mean, it's pretty thick, but I did adjust it so it's up a little bit higher, but occasionally it works its way down. No biggie. All right, next up, we're going to hop in the excavator and go over to the shale pit and get some more out of the ground for me to be able to haul up to the new building. Check this out. Got myself a little broom here, a little dustpan. Every once in a while, get some of this out of here. Keep it nice and tidy. I need to get one of those plug-in, what are those things called? You know, a little plug-in vacuum thing. There's a 12-volt outlet right there. That's what I should get. Yeah. So I mentioned earlier that today's video was sponsored by Simply Safe, and I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video. They make a great product, and they've been a great partner to our channel. Now, we upload around 25 videos a month on average, and in a month's time, we usually do 2, maybe 3 sponsored videos, and we really vet the companies we work with. We get offers literally every day from different companies wanting us to show their products on our channel because we have a pretty good size audience, but only doing 2 or 3 sponsored videos a month enables us to be able to really vet who we work with, and it has to be a good quality, good fit for our channel, and something that we like to use. If you're not familiar with Simply Safe, it's an incredibly effective, very, very easy to use security system for your home. We've had ours now for about 2 years. It works flawlessly. It's been glitch-free for 2 years, which is pretty impressive. Installation was a breeze. I'm not a real techie kind of guy, but I had the entire system up and working perfectly in a single evening, and it works just great. Once we get to the point on the new building when we're ready, we'll do a complete install video because there's a lot of windows, doors. We'll put motion sensors in there, the whole 9 yards, and you'll get a better idea just how easy it is to use. One other thing that I really like most about it is the app and the doorbell cam. 2 things, actually. But the app's really handy. I've mentioned before, a lot of times, although we're home, we may not be in the house. You know, Melissa and Hunter may run out for a bit. The girls could be at the gym. I'm down here at the sawmill. I have no idea what's going on up at the house. It's 150 yards away. I'm down here running a machine or whatever. And if I forget to set the alarm, I can just pull my phone out, set the alarm, and it gives me peace of mind knowing what's going on when we're not at home. But anyway, if you want more information, there will be a link in the description. You can check that out. All right, I'm not going to go too deep here. It's pretty wet down at the bottom of this hole here. We had a bunch of rain the other night. Not the other night, actually all day the other day. I'm not sure exactly how much, but I'm sure it was over 1 inch of rain. We never got like one real big downpour, but it was just a steady rain the entire day from probably 8 a.m. until 7 or 8 that evening. And I mean, it was wet. actually getting into the old borrow pit here a little bit, I just realized. I gotta get over that side further. Running out of room. That's the good stuff there. Yeah, right underneath the machine here was part of the borrow pit when I hauled all that dirt up for the building. I got a email the other day from a guy is looking at buying one of these excavators, a 57, and he was asking if he should step up to the KX080 instead. And you know, it all depends what you're doing, but I have learned running this machine, and I ran the KX80 last fall quite a bit, there's not a whole lot of difference. There's really not. Yes, the 80 will have a little bit more power, but this 57 is a really, really impressive machine. You do need a bigger truck for this. You know, it's 13,000 pounds, but the 80's even, you know, it's about 6,000 pounds heavier than this, but I really don't see 6,000 pounds difference in performance between the two. That's just my opinion. And I think this machine here is a little bit more stable, just feels a little more stable, I should say, when you're on slopes and things. But this thing here is a beast though, it really is. I mean, I'm digging straight down basically. It's not like I'm digging limestone or solid sand rock, but this is real tight, hard shale. You know, it's coming out in flat pieces once I break through it, but this thing is just really smooth. It's quick. I love this thing. I'm sure you can tell, but I do. This is a great asset to have here on the property. What I'll have to do, this hole's a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be, but I'll be digging back into that bank there towards the trees to get this backfilled. And in there, there's you know, a little bit of topsoil obviously on top, and then there'll be a little bit of clay, and then a finer shale. It'll make decent material to backfill, but I'm definitely not gonna be able to build anything right here where this hole is. Maybe in about 200 years someone else could, if they wanted. So every time I come up from down below, whether it be with the little tractor or the big tractor or the excavator, I always bring a bucket of dirt with me. Figure it's one less, you know what I mean? I'm gonna move this grading bucket out of the way here. Alright, I'm going to drop a few buckets off here, and then we'll set the camera up right in front of this thing, and it'll give you a good view and kind of explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. So looking at it from here, you can tell where I just dumped those buckets of dirt. It's a little bit low in there. Now keep in mind where the BX is sitting underneath the roof there, there will be 5 inches of concrete there. So I have just about enough dirt here. I want everything to slope away from the building, but I want as much flat level ground as I can around the building, especially on that left side. As I mentioned before, if we hadn't had trouble getting a swimming pool, I wouldn't have had to haul all that fill up from down below up here. You know, all the dirt from the pool would have done everything that I wanted. So eventually when we do get the swimming pool, I'll have to haul the dirt from it back down below, but I have plenty of places to get rid of that. That's one of the nice things about having a piece of property here. So many of the things we need are right here. You know, we can get lumber from the woods, we can get firewood. If we need topsoil, fill dirt, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of cost savings as well, compared to if you had to buy all that stuff. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. Once again, I want to thank Simply Safe for sponsoring today's video. Check out their link in the description. And like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button, click subscribe, and share them with your friends. Thanks.